an iron feast. How is your aquacotton, my lord Duke? I trust it is to your liking. The traveller smiled at his host, a broad-shouldered woman who was loitering on his elbow, her nervousness plain on her face. You have excelled yourself, Lark. It is every bit as magnificent as I remember. The wild porcini you've used make it exceptional, though I dread to think of what risks you must have taken to acquire them. The Moon Silver Prince does not look with favour on those who think to steal into his forest. Lark's face beamed with happiness at her lord's praise. True enough, my lord, but there is no secret here. The prince knows better than to waylay a vassal of the Master of Challenges. I'm still safe there, at least for now. You have done yourself proud. This is as fine a dish as I have tasted in many moons. It was high praise, but Lark feigned an expression of mock indignation. Surely not, my liege. Surely you have tasted nothing finer in summer or shadow. The traveller leaned back in his chair. Lark's protestation was meant as a rhetorical question, but it had given him an idea. Overview. The Heralds of the Iron Duke have come forth to issue 2 new challenges to the mortals of the Empire. The Lord of the Crossroads is eager to test the skills and the wits of those brave enough to step forward, aiming to test the artistic flair and the scouting talents of the courageous heroes of the Empire. Every person who has challenged the Iron Duke cast upon them will be guaranteed entry to a challenge. Depending on the challenge, they may be able to bring a certain number of attendants with them to assist. The exact number will depend on the nature of the challenge and the number of challenges. The civil service will publish exact numbers in the hub on Saturday morning for all to see. Challengers will need to choose a reward from one of the items found in the Dragon Forge. Challengers who have been victorious in the past year may not take part in another challenge until a year has passed. Challenging the Iron Duke. To formally enter a challenger must be the recipient of the Challenge of the Iron Duke ritual. A challenger can only enter a single challenge each summit. If they win, they may not enter again for a year. To formally enter one of the Iron Duke's contestants, a citizen must be the recipient of the summer ritual Challenge the Iron Duke. The ritual is magnitude 30, and only a handful of covens have it mastered. It is possible to cast the ritual without it being mastered, but it is harder and more expensive, so anyone who is interested in entering a challenge would be best advised to seek out a coven who are known to be able to cast the ritual. According to the Heralds of the Traveller, 9 covens successfully performed the ritual last season. The Heralds advise those interested in taking part to seek out these covens first. Last season's covens: Ashen Flame, Urizen, Phoenix Rising, Dawn. The Cabal of Neverzamzir, Dawn. The Coven of Golden Wings, Dawn. The Eternal Family, Navarre. The Glass Mantle, the Brass Coast. The Tempest Flame, the Brass Coast. Unicorn's Glorious Charge, Dawn. Voices of the Unbound Storm, Wintermark. Even for those covens who have the ritual mastered, it is expensive. Champions who seek to prove themselves will need to find some way to convince a coven to put them forward. Just being able to pay the ritual's cost might not be enough, though it is likely the minimum price that will be asked. Challenge of the Eternal Banquet. Barian has invited those who consider themselves great chefs to test their skills. Challengers will need to prepare 2 dishes over the course of Saturday to be judged. Both dishes must involve the mandatory secret ingredient that Barian's Herald will present. The contest will be judged at 5:30 on the Saturday. Challengers may bring 2 attendants with them for the tasting. All dishes must be vegetarian. Unlike the other Eternals of the Summer Realm, the Great Smith Barian rules no land in that place. Instead, the silver and blue pavilions of the Eternal are moved from place to place by his attendants, stopping at crossroads and meeting spots. Wherever the tents appear, heralds of the various Eternals can gather under the auspice of Barian's neutrality and enjoy raucous partying and entertainment until the Iron Duke inevitably moves along once more. A key feature of these soirees is the food. Like everything else in the Summer Realm, the ingredients and meals of the Realm of Summer are larger than life. Extravagant banquets produced by the chefs trying to compete with one another to prove their mastery. In the spirit of these contests, Barons has issued a challenge to the cooks of the mortal realm. Impress me with 2 dishes crafted at the summit to earn a prize. Of course, the Iron Duke does not like to make things straightforward for his challengers. As such, whatever challengers choose to cook must incorporate a secret ingredient. This will be revealed at the Reggio at 10:15 AM on the Saturday of festivals, and shared out among all the challengers to use over the next few hours. The Iron Duke lays down the following guidelines for those who wish to take part in this challenge. Each challenger needs to create 2 different dishes. Dishes can be any combination of hot and cold, sweet and savoury, as the challenger chooses. Each dish must involve the secret ingredient in a significant way. The secret ingredient should not just be garnish. Challengers are free to use pre-prepared elements in their dishes, but in the spirit of the challenge, some preparation at the summit should be done. Challengers may have any assistance they wish from others. Both meals must be vegetarian to ensure that Baryon and those he selects as judges can sample them. The dishes will be judged in a chamber in the Summer Realm at 5:30 PM by Baryon and a number of other judges selected by his heralds. The chamber will be accessed via the Hall of Worlds. The heralds of Baryon can grant non-magicians the ability to access the Hall of Worlds. Each challenger may bring 2 attendants with them to the judging. Any challenger whose dishes meet the requirements and are deemed to be of high enough quality will be considered victorious and will win one of the prizes as usual. The best dish, as agreed by the judges, will win an additional prize to be revealed at the time. OOC note, the secret ingredient will be vegan and not be something that requires refrigeration. For the benefit of testers, you should include a list of potential allergens in the dish. Ensure any hot dishes are ready for as close as to 5:30 PM as possible. Challenge of the Noble Hunt. Baryon has enlisted the aid of Jaehaerys to hunt challengers through the woods. Challengers will be searching for hidden trophies while Jaehaerys heralds hunt them with bows and spears. Challengers must be unarmed and unarmoured and rely on wits and speed. Challengers may bring a second who may scout for them. It is possible, though unlikely, that participants could die. The challenge will take place via conjunction to Gazelle Park, Weirmore, Weirwater at 1:30 PM on the Saturday. In recent years now, the Forest of Arden has been considered the demesne of the eternal Jaehaerys. Ever since he disposed Hayek with assistance from Imperial citizens no less. The blue-clad heralds of the Unicorn Prince have stalked and hunted these beasts and woods for sport. Usually, these hunters track and kill all manner of summer beasts from stags to spiders. This summit, Baryon has enlisted them to hunt something a bit more challenging. The Iron Duke has found a chamber linked to Gazelle Park in the woods of Weirmore in Dawn. There is a conjunction that can take visitors there at 1:30 on the Saturday. Here he invites challengers to pit themselves against Jaehaerys' hunters in a test of wits and fleetness of foot, as they attempt to collect trophies that have been hidden throughout the chamber before the hunters bring them down. The Iron Duke lays down the following guidelines for those who wish to take part in this challenge. Each challenger must survive and collect enough trophies to win. The number will be revealed on the day. There will not be enough trophies for everyone to succeed. Challengers must be unarmed and unarmoured, but may benefit from tonics and enchantments. Jaehaerys' hunters will give chase, armed with bow and spear. Challengers may bring a second who can help them search the woods, but may not collect trophies. If the second needs to heal the challenger, then the contest is forfeit. Challengers who hold enough trophies, and who either reach the sanctuary at the entrance to the woods, or are still on their feet in the woods when the contest ends, are considered victorious. Challengers are free to collect more trophies than they need if they wish to deny a share of the glory to their fellow prey. All challengers will need to avoid the hunters who will be chasing them with bow and spear. For their part, the challengers must go unarmed and unarmoured. Challengers may use skills, enchantments and tonics as they see fit to assist them, but they may not fight back. This is a test of speed, bravery and smarts, not a test of arms. Jaehaerys has promised Baryon that his heralds will not execute challengers, but their spears and arrows are sharp, and they will try to drop any prey they catch. It is unlikely, but entirely possible, for challengers to die in this challenge. Challengers may bring an attendant with them to the chamber to assist in the contest. Attendants must also be unarmed and unarmoured and may not collect tokens themselves. They may scout for their challenger and help avoid the hunters as long as they do not disrupt the hunters. If a challenger is taken down by the hunters and is unable to get back up, the second may heal them, but in that case the contest is forfeit. Any challenger who returns to the sanctuary at the entrance to the forest with sufficient trophies will be victorious. Likewise, any challenger who is still in the forest when the contest ends will be victorious if they are upright and have recovered sufficient trophies. Challengers may bring up to 2 spectators with them who must remain in the sanctuary at the forest entrance for the duration of the challenge.